Hey viewers, it's me, Jimmy Cannon from the Black Trident Academy. Today's video, we're going to talk about my kit. We're just going to briefly talk about what it is and why I have it set up the way I do. So real quick, what is it? It's the Ferro Concept plate carrier. It's the version 5. With that, there's also quite a few accessories that I have with it as well. I've opted for black multicam because I think it's a great color pattern that mixes very well with other, types of uniform colors and schemes. So let's jump right into mag placement. So generally speaking, I run 3 magazines up front. I have all of the, I just picture it like the rounds are always facing to my shooting side. I'm a right-handed shooter. So I got all my rounds facing towards my shooting hand, except for this guy over here. When I initiate my load management, and we'll talk about that in another video, what my load management looks like and how I incorporate that with, shooting and whatnot. This guy is the only one I have rounds away from the shooting side, because that's the one I have to reach way over. And I always try to make sure he has some type of, base plate extension piece to where I can grab it and pull it out. So the retention system here, I have bungee retention, which is nice to have, especially working with aircraft or anything technical, climbing and any of that stuff. You also have a secondary retention, which is your actual, Kydex on the inside. I like that because it keeps rigidity and it keeps the pouch open, and it makes it easy to manipulate and move the magazines back and forth for your load management system. This one here is just held simply by a elastic piece and the tension from the cummerbund itself. So that's essentially like my load management for what I'm doing here. Now let's continue on. Cumberbun system. This is the Ferro Concept Cumberbun system. It's integrated with the soft armor, and I love this thing. It's like giving you a bear hug, all throughout the operation. And we all need a hug sometimes. But what's really interesting is when it's actually on, it helps keep the uniformity of keeping the plates in the correct sizing position. And that's actually the help is coming from this cummerbund that's reinforced with this carbon fiber type plastic piece that's laser cut. I forget the actual name, but I know you guys know what I'm talking about out there. And it actually also offers a unique little basically space to run like your cables through, so it helps with cable management. Now the actual cummerbund system runs to the back, and it actually connects, and it can still flex. A lot of times guys will set up their cummerbund systems and it's fixed, so when you're wearing the plate carrier nice and snug and you're getting done doing a sprint and that rib cage is trying to open up and flex, to get that air inside the body, it doesn't have room. So this really helps with that, and it's really easy to do. The back panel, I'm just running like this two pouch accessory back panel, but that's what's great about back panels with the zippers. You can change them out to do whatever. But for the most part, I just keep my extra cables in here for the commo stuff. So if I'm not using comms, I try to keep the cables out of the commo device itself and keep that stored to prolong the life of that. Nice big pouches you can throw gloves in, Nomex hoods and stuff like that. One thing that I'm always carrying that's very beneficial to me is 1-inch tubular nylon, 30 feet of it, and it's daisy chained together on a locking carabiner, because after working with some PJs for a good part of my career, those guys were like the masters of 1-inch tubular nylon and everything you could do with it. Anything from building safety harnesses, building climbing, it's just great, and it actually comes in handy quite a bit. And it's real easy. I can reach up behind myself, and I have it actually retained with this thing here. Just pull it out, and it's really easy to pull out, just like that. Daisy chained, 30 feet right there of 1-inch tubular nylon. I'm also carrying the American flag in the back. It started as like a signaling device, but it's also more of a tone of what you're trying to set. It's always carrying that flag and being a good steward of bearing the flag and taking that thing with you, reminding you what you're doing and why you're training so hard. So I'm always having that flag on me. What's also nice about the plate carriers with these zipper back panels and everything, it just helps for storage. So in the back, I run my antenna to the rear, and I have an extension cable that comes through, and I have it ran through my actual cummerbund system. And what's nice, it's the actual cables behind the material, so it totally hides it and also keeps it keeps the uniformity and the integrity of the cable itself from getting cut or pinched, whatnot. Okay, so that's coming to the front side, to my actual comp piece, right here. And this pouch here is actually for a radio as well. Now let's talk about the sizing. When we are wearing the actual plate carrier itself, we want to make sure it's sized properly. Oftentimes I see guys, you know, the plate's like down low and it's just got all this extra anatomy that is exposed, and it's not good. And same thing with the back. And a lot of that has to do with like your shoulder pieces and not, you know, sizing them correctly. Okay, last thing on this plate carrier, I keep all my quick releases to my right side, to my actual firing side. You know, the thing back in the day was to keep this to your non-firing side so your buttstock, you know, could clear this. But now they make these things so small, it's just really easy to take on and off. And I kind of look at it as like putting it on like a jacket. All right, so sliding one hand in, you know, buckling up my shoulder piece first, and then my cummerbund system, you know, last. Okay. Up here I keep it very slick. I keep all my cables internally routed in the front pouch, and what that does, it basically creates like a nice smooth free area for the buttstock, you know, to ride from one shoulder to the other based off the you know, situation in front of me. But yeah, in general, that's my kit setup. It's working for me very well, and it's really easy to make adjustments, you know, based off the mission by swapping out back panels, you know, swapping out front panels. It's always good to have something that's dual purpose. Hey, I hope you got something out of that video right there. Hopefully it kind of educated you guys, like, you know, why I have what I have and why it's set up the way it is. Hey, stay with us. More videos to come. I'm Jimmy Cannon from the Black Trident Academy. We'll see you guys later. Stay lethal.